Welcome to Dorhen Studio. Get ready to level up your knowledge and learn the mindset of one of the most powerful real estate billionaires in the world. Stephen Ross is not just a developer, he's a visionary who built an empire from almost nothing. He is the man behind related companies, Hudson Yards in New York, and one of the biggest property portfolios on earth. Today, you're going to learn how he did it, the principles he lives by, and how his thinking can change your financial future. Stephen Ross was born in 1940 in Detroit, Michigan. He didn't grow up rich. He didn't have a clear path. In fact, early in his life, he faced failure after failure. He was fired from multiple jobs, told he wasn't good enough, and struggled to find a direction. But this is where his story becomes powerful, because instead of quitting, he reinvented himself. He went back to school, worked harder, and pushed himself further than anyone expected. This mindset of resilience would later define his entire career. Ross studied at the University of Michigan and then at Wayne State University before completing his education at the University of Michigan Law School. But after graduating, he still wasn't successful. He moved to New York, took a job he didn't like, and eventually got fired. It was at this moment, the lowest point, that he made one of the most important decisions of his life. He stopped chasing jobs and started chasing opportunity. With just a few $1,000s and the willingness to take risks, Ross went into real estate. He began by helping wealthy investors reduce taxes through property investments. He didn't have money. He didn't have a company. What he had was knowledge, and knowledge became his leverage. Soon, those investors began trusting him. They let him structure deals. They allowed him to manage their investments. And slowly, Ross built the foundation of what would become related companies. One of Stephen Ross's greatest strengths is his ability to think long-term. He believed that real estate wasn't just about buildings, it was about creating value that lasts decades. He didn't focus on small deals. He thought big. He saw entire neighborhoods, entire cities, and entire possibilities long before anyone else did. This long-term vision is one of the biggest lessons we can learn from him. Real wealth doesn't come from fast wins. It comes from patience, strategy, and scale. Another powerful principle Ross teaches is the importance of partnerships. He wasn't afraid to collaborate with people who were smarter, richer, or more experienced than him. In fact, he looked for them. He looked for builders, architects, investors, and city leaders who could expand his vision. Ross understood something most people miss: wealth is a team sport. You don't build a billion-dollar empire alone. You build it by aligning yourself with people who can multiply your impact. One of his boldest achievements is Hudson Yards, the largest private real estate development in American history. A $25 billion megaproject built over a working rail yard. Most people said it was impossible. Too expensive. Too complicated. Too risky. But Stephen Ross saw what others couldn't see: a future city inside a city. Shops, offices, residences, art, transportation, all connected. Today, Hudson Yards stands as a symbol of what vision plus courage can create. Ross also believed deeply in mentorship and continuous learning. He credits much of his success to studying great leaders, reading constantly, and surrounding himself with people who challenged him. He often says that success isn't about knowing everything, it's about continuously becoming more capable. Every year, every decade, he built upon his knowledge. This is a principle anyone can apply. The more you learn, the more opportunities you can see. Another core lesson from Stephen Ross is resilience. He faced failures, lawsuits, political battles, financial crashes, and massive pressure. But he never stopped moving forward. When markets crashed, he adapted. When deals collapsed, he rebuilt. When plans failed, he created new ones. This mindset, the refusal to quit, is why his empire survived when others crumbled. So what can we learn from Stephen Ross? First, think long-term. Build things that grow in value over decades, not days. Second, develop expertise. Even without money, knowledge gives you power. Third, build relationships. The right partners can change everything. Fourth, take bold risks when the opportunity is right. Don't be afraid to pursue ideas others call impossible. And finally, be resilient. Every great success story is built on failures that didn't stop the journey. Stephen Ross proves that you don't need to be born rich to build something extraordinary. What you need is courage, discipline, and the vision to see possibilities where others see obstacles. If you don't plan your life, someone else will plan it for you. Follow the mindset of Stephen Ross. Learn, think long-term, take bold action, and never stop growing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like if you want to keep growing with Dorhen Studio. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of success? Imagine transforming your life by understanding the mindset of a real estate billionaire. Today, we share the incredible journey of Stephen Ross, a man who built an empire from the ground up. Stephen Ross was born in 1940 in Detroit. He didn't come from wealth or privilege. In fact, he faced numerous setbacks early in his career. Fired from jobs and doubted by many, it seemed like he was destined for failure. But Stephen's story took a powerful turn. He chose not to quit. Instead, he reinvented himself. He went back to school, achieving an education from the University of Michigan and Wayne State University. Yet, even after graduating, success eluded him. It wasn't until he hit rock bottom in New York that he made a pivotal decision. He stopped chasing jobs and started pursuing opportunity. With a few $1,000s and a hunger for risk, he jumped into real estate. Ross began helping wealthy investors navigate tax-efficient investment strategies. He didn't have capital, but he had knowledge. That knowledge became his greatest asset. Ross's visionary thinking set him apart. He saw real estate not just as buildings, but as long-term value. He didn't focus on quick profits. He envisioned entire neighborhoods and cities, understanding that real wealth builds over time through patience and strategic planning. Collaboration was another cornerstone of Ross's success. He sought out partnerships with builders, architects, and other experts, recognizing that wealth is a team sport. Together, they expanded his vision, proving that working with others can multiply your impact. One of his most ambitious projects is Hudson Yards, the largest private development in American history. A $25 billion megaproject built over a working rail yard, it was deemed impossible by many. Yet, Ross envisioned a vibrant city within a city, where shops, offices, and residences coalesce. Continual learning and mentorship were also vital. Ross attributes much of his success to studying great leaders and being surrounded by those who challenge him. He teaches us that growth comes from constant learning. Resilience is a cornerstone of Ross's philosophy. He faced numerous challenges, financial crashes and legal battles, but he never gave up. When setbacks occurred, he adapted and forged ahead. This spirit of perseverance is key to survival in business. What can we learn from Stephen Ross? First, think long-term and create value that grows. Second, prioritize knowledge over money. Third, nurture the right relationships. Fourth, embrace bold opportunities, even if they seem daunting. Finally, be resilient. Every failure is a step toward success. Stephen Ross shows us that extraordinary success doesn't require a wealthy background. It requires courage, discipline, and the vision to turn obstacles into opportunities. Remember, if you don't plan for your future, someone else will. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this insightful, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like for more growth insights with Dorhen Studio.